As we approach 2026, we are standing at a turning point in human evolution, not just in terms of technology or lifestyle, but in the way our minds shape our reality. Most people walk through life unaware that 95% of their thoughts, actions, and decisions are controlled not by their conscious choices, but by their subconscious programming, beliefs and habits embedded deep in their minds, often since childhood. This subconscious mind acts like a silent puppet master, quietly determining the course of your relationships, finances, self-worth, health, and success. And the terrifying truth? If your subconscious is filled with limiting beliefs, like I'm not good enough, I'll always struggle, or success isn't for people like me, then it doesn't matter how much you consciously try to change, because your subconscious will always sabotage your efforts. That's why fixing your subconscious mind is not a luxury or a motivational trend. It's a necessity if you want to break free from generational patterns and finally create the life you've always desired before another cycle begins in 2026. The reason 2026 is a critical deadline is because global energy, technology, and collective consciousness are all shifting rapidly. With AI, economic restructuring, mental health crises, and global awakening movements gaining momentum, those who remain stuck in old mental patterns will feel more lost, anxious, and powerless than ever. The world is not slowing down to wait for those who haven't upgraded their inner systems. You've already seen it: people getting left behind, jobs becoming obsolete, and relationships falling apart because of emotional unawareness. If you don't reprogram your subconscious mind before this massive shift stabilizes, you risk being emotionally, spiritually, and energetically unprepared for the new demands of the world. Think of your mind as a software. If you're running on a version written in 2005, it cannot handle the data of 2026. This is why the inner upgrade is urgent. The subconscious doesn't change overnight, and the more you delay, the more you'll keep repeating the same patterns, even in new environments. You'll carry old pain into new years unless you intentionally rewrite the code. But here's where most people misunderstand the process. Reprogramming the subconscious mind is not about repeating positive affirmations or watching motivational videos for a few days. The mind is like a muscle, and just like you can't build a strong body in a week, you can't rewire your subconscious in a weekend. Science shows it takes around 66 to 120 days, roughly 4 months, of consistent effort to start creating new neural pathways in the brain and shift deep-rooted patterns. Why? Because the subconscious works through repetition, emotion, and identity. You have to send the same empowering messages to your subconscious again and again with emotional intensity for it to believe that your new truth is more powerful than the old one. 4 months is the minimum for your brain to stop defaulting back to fear, doubt, and scarcity. It's not magic, it's biology. You are literally reprogramming a lifetime of conditioning, and it's worth every second. Because once the subconscious accepts a new belief, it starts to automatically shape your reality around it. That's the hidden mechanism behind all lasting success. The secret behind this transformation lies in understanding how your subconscious is first programmed, mostly before the age of 7. During these early years, your brain operates in a theta wave state, which is like a hypnotic sponge. Every word, emotion, experience, and reaction from your environment gets absorbed as truth, and these truths form the foundation of your adult identity. So if you grew up in an environment of criticism, fear, poverty, or emotional neglect, your subconscious recorded those experiences as your default settings. As you grew older, even though your logical brain developed, your subconscious kept running those same scripts in the background, whispering things like, "You don't deserve love," "Money is hard," or "You'll never be enough." And unless you intentionally rewire these beliefs, they'll stay with you for life. That's why people with great potential still feel stuck, frustrated, or empty inside. because your life always rises or falls to match the beliefs of your deepest subconscious identity, not the one you try to project on the outside. To truly change your subconscious, you need to speak its language, not with logic, but with emotion, repetition, and vivid visualization. This is why methods like meditation, hypnosis, emotional release, visualization, and deep journaling are so effective. They bypass the conscious mind and speak directly to the subconscious in symbols, feelings, and repeated suggestions. When you do this consistently for 4 months, something incredible starts to happen. Your subconscious begins to accept a new identity, that you are powerful, worthy, abundant, and loved. And when that shift happens, your external reality starts to reflect it automatically. Opportunities show up, people treat you differently, and challenges don't break you like before. You begin to act, feel, and respond in alignment with your new beliefs, not because you're trying, but because your subconscious is now programmed to protect your new identity. This is the real secret behind people who suddenly level up their lives. It's not luck, it's internal reprogramming finally taking effect. Let's take a real life example. Imagine a person named Ayan who always struggled with money. No matter how many jobs he took or how hard he worked, he always ended up broke. For years, he blamed the economy, his boss, and bad luck. But one day, he realized that he had grown up hearing things like, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, and we can't afford that. These phrases, repeated throughout his childhood, had programmed his subconscious to repel wealth. Even though he consciously wanted to be rich, his subconscious believed it was wrong or unsafe. When Ayan finally committed to reprogramming his mind, using daily affirmations, subconscious meditations, and belief clearing techniques, he gave himself 4 months of daily, intentional mental work. The result? He didn't just make more money. He attracted better opportunities, made smarter decisions, and most importantly, felt worthy of wealth for the first time. That's the power of subconscious change. It doesn't just change your mindset, it rewires your entire relationship with life. The biggest challenge people face in this journey is consistency. Most give up after a few days or weeks because they don't see immediate results. But think about it. Your subconscious has been wired for decades. Do you really expect it to rewrite itself in a week? The transformation requires commitment, patience, and trust in the process. It's like planting a seed. You water it daily, even when nothing is visible above ground, because you trust that roots are forming. The 4-month timeline is not random. It's based on how the brain forms new habits, strengthens new neural pathways, and gradually replaces the old default settings with new ones. You are literally rebuilding the operating system of your life from the inside out. And if you stay consistent through that process, by the end of it, you'll start to notice your reality bending in your favor. Not because the world changed, but because your inner world did.